All right, let's do this. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. Hope you're doing great. Got good news out of the White House. Trump has just decided, this is out of CNBC, to drastically cut tariffs on goods like coffee, bananas, and beef in a bid to slash consumer prices. Because remember the other day, he's like, there's no inflation. Yeah, right. Okay, so at least he's doing something, and I say, let's go. Let's drop some freaking prices. It says here, President Donald Trump on Friday exempted key agricultural imports like coffee, coca, man, it throws me off, bananas, and certain beef products from his higher tariff rates. Mr. Trump, I hope that you cut the tariffs on ribeyes. I'm just going to throw this out there. Guys, type 1 if you agree. Ribeyes are awesome. Or type whatever type of beef you like. And if you're a vegetarian, it's okay. Little different, no worries. We can still be friends. Mrs. Ninja will be like, all right, here we go. The move comes as Trump faces political blowback from high prices at U.S. grocery stores. Wait a minute, I thought Trump said that there was no inflation the other day. Sorry, I gotta just, okay. It says here, some distribution of beef, coffee, chocolate, and other common food items have raised prices as Trump's tariffs have taken hold this year, adding to the pressure on household budgets created by decade-high inflation in recent years. And I'm just throwing this out there. Type 1 if you agree. We still need to do these tariffs, okay? We got to not chant it back to the next century, and we've got to get back to like what's fair, what's even, you know? A good deal for America, a good deal for another country. Totally agree with that, all right? But gosh darn, like we're on the verge of like taking out our economy because the poor and middle class cannot afford to eat. All right, stand by. We're going deeper. Trump's action on Friday also exempts a range of fruits, including tomatoes, avocados. Tomatoes a fruit? Coconuts, oranges, pineapples, along with coffee. And the tariff reductions have been extended to black and green tea and spices like cinnamon and nutmeg. Isn't that just nice? All ready for the holidays. The move makes a reversal for Trump, who has insisted tariffs are necessary to protect U.S. businesses and workers, which I agree, but there's always pain before the gain. Says here, he has contended U.S. consumers will not ultimately pay for the higher duties. Yeah, tell that to Walmart. The exceptions come just a day after Trump reached trade framework agreement with 4 Latin American countries, including 10% tariffs on most goods from Argentina, Guatemala, El Salvador, and 15% from Ecuador. It also removes duties specifically on products not grown or produced in the U.S. in sufficient quantities like bananas and coffee. Rising food prices have hampered U.S. households for several years, and this is the truth. The Consumer Price Index proves it. Hey, real quick, last day for the Trade on Base course pre-filming. If any of you crazy crypto people want to get it on base, it ends tonight at midnight, and our, highlighted project, our next one comes out tomorrow. Let's see here. And I love putting out highlighted projects when the market's down, so people don't get all crazy and run up the prices. Lets everybody in on something. The tariff exemptions aim to help moderate these grocery price increases, although experts caution that other factors such as global supply shortages and also influence prices. You want to know one thing, to just throwing this out there? This is our Econ 101. Do you know what the answer to global food shortages is? Well, is higher prices. It's crazy. When prices go up, there's all of a sudden not a food shortage. Everyone's like, I could eat less. I mean, trust me, the ninja could eat less. But does he want to? That's really the question. Type 3 if that is quite the quandary. I'm depressed because I'm fat, and I'm fat because I'm depressed. It's a vicious cycle. All right, here we go. So anyway, it goes on to more tariff crap, but the fact of the matter is we are going through that short-term pain for the long-term gain. But this is good going into Thanksgiving, you know, where he says Thanksgiving costs haven't gone up. Seriously, where does he get some new advisors, Trump? I like you. I really do. I voted for you, but this is just nuts. All right, with that being said, thank you so much for watching the Economic Ninja. Ooh, that was like the double snap. Is out. I just literally had 2 sips of coffee. Not cups, sips. It was because they were cheaper all of a sudden because of the Trump tariff thing. All right, see you guys later. Ninja's out.